Shalom, this is Yehudit Goldfarb of Sfat. In Beria right now, little forest area near Sfat. And I want to share with you the movements I'm doing for the 16th day of the 40-day count of Teshuvah, forgiveness, and compassion. And so we're doing these whole 10 days of the second series of 10 Sefirot are based on the Vav of the Yud K Vav K. I did the final Hay for 10 days for the world of Asiyah. Now I'm working with the world of Yetzirah, which is the world of formation, which has to do with our emotional life and relationships. And we'll move on to the upper Hay and the Yud in the next two series of this 4 sections of the 40 days of Teshuvah. So we're now in the 6th day of this section, which we've gone from Malkhut up, so the 6th Sefirot up from the bottom. We've done Malkhut, Yesod, Hod, Netzach, Tiferet. We're now on Gevurah. So Gevurah combined with the Vav. So let me see if I can get this so I move the stones a little bit from under my feet and do what I call the Collecting Vav. I'm not sure if you can see feet or not. Let's do it here. Try. So I start with my left hand and my left heel off, and my right heel and right hand come off, land and land. So the hands are one hand, second hand. My left hand lands on my right bicep. My right hand lands on my left bicep. I'm pointing up on the Vav, and then I lower my elbows and come down. If I start right, it's right, left, right lands, left lands, and come down. I usually add feet to it to mirror what I'm doing with my hands. So when my left hand goes up, my heel comes off. When it lands, the heel comes down, the other heel is up and comes down. It's like a roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and 4 when the heels come down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Collecting Vav. Vav is the center of all the Sefirot connected to the world of Yetzirah. Then we're in Gevurah now. Gevurah is a place of strength and power, and the vow that I do to represent Gevurah is Shva, and I do the Shva Na, which is when it's sounded, actually. It's a resting point, but it's sounded just for a little while sometimes, the 2 dots. So I have my feet shoulder width apart, parallel to each other, knees slightly bent. Bring my hands up, right hand high above my left. The right's in front of the face with holding an air ball, and my left hand's in front of my chest. It's very protective. I have private space here, and I'm protecting myself. So it has to do with priority setting. First this, then this. It has to do with borders and boundaries and the strength that comes from being clear about that. And I make a little sound. And then I separate my hands and come down. So I bend my knees slightly as my hands come up, facing up. Then I turn them around and make these 2 air balls separate and come down. Shva Na. So it has to do with spiritual discipline, of having order of things. And this within relationship, within Vav of connecting and collecting all parts of ourselves. So let's try the combination 10 times of the Vav of collecting and the Shva Na. And inside I'm following the path of energy from my feet up through my legs and my center and my left arm and right arm and up through my left brain, right brain, and Keter. So from Malkhut up to Keter. Starting with Malkhut on the left heel off, left side, and it's a crossover letter, so I move to the right for the Shvana. The. And Yesod starting right, crossing over to the left. The. Double left for Hod. The. Double right for Netzach. The. Tiferet, I'm going to go to the left side of the first part and to the right for the second part. The. That's the heart space. Then up Gevurah, left, double left. Left arm. The right for Hesed. The to the left for Bina, understanding. The and Chokmah, wisdom on the right. The and Keter is a crossover starting left. The and then focusing on being breathed by HaShem. HaShem breathes me, waiting for my breath. And allowing the energies to send through the whole body to my feet and the ground, the earth beneath me. Feeling the support above from a string at my crown. Feeling Hashem's breath flowing through me and surrounding me. And I'm more or less staying with the rainbow system. The color system I use today is a green skirt and white here, and in the pattern here, green and white, green with Chokmah, white with Keter, because the not Chokmah, Bina, green with Bina, and white with Keter, because the pathway of the Vav is between your left brain and your crown. So that's why those colors, and the blue in the rainbow system is Gevurah, and red is Gevurah often in the Zohar system, but red is also in the rainbow system Yesod, and it is a Friday today, so it fits with the energy of this particular day. And it's just interesting to me also that the most common time I think you find a Shvana is with the Vav, often at the beginning of the words, meaning and, the something. That is very frequent in the Hebrew. So I want to bless us this 16th day of the 40-day count, that we be able to recognize what we need to do to set our boundaries and our priorities, and be able to be clear about that in our communications with people, so there's less confusion, and we maintain the center of our being strong and clear in all our relationships and get great strength from being honest and clear on our boundary setting and our priority setting and keeping to them. So many blessings to you on this 16th day of the 40-day of Teshuvah, forgiveness, and compassion.